Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris. Thank you for joining us again for our last Wellness Wednesday. It's going to be the last Active in August live session that we do, but there will be more videos coming out later this week. Throughout the month, we've been encouraging people living with Parkinson's, their carers, families, and friends to challenge each other to be more active while at home, in isolation, or at work, basically wherever you can. During the course of this video, please type any of the questions that you may have into the comment section, and we'll endeavour to answer them during, if not after the session. If you have any questions that you think may be too personal to write them in the comment section, feel free to message us through Messenger or send through an email. So allow me to introduce Parkinson's New South Wales exercise physiologist, Alyson Blanks, who will be guiding us through our Wellness Wednesday today. Take away, Alyson.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, everyone. Last week we looked at the benefits of, the benefits of exercise on Parkinson's. We know that it slows the symptom progression, it minimises and reduces the risk of adding other illnesses on top of your Parkinson's. It decreases your depression and anxiety, which is a chemical reaction that happens with Parkinson's, and it improves your balance and reduces the risk of falls. Many of us know poor posture is a distinguishing feature of Parkinson's. The stoop posture associated with Parkinson's has been linked with increased muscle rigidity or stiffness of Parkinson's. The typical Parkinson's posture includes, as you can see in that picture that Chris has just put there, that forward head tilt, the rounded shoulders, that increased thoracic kyphosis, which is, that hunched back, the forward tilting of the trunk from the hips and the bending of the knees. And also there's always a slight bend at the elbows as well. Last Wednesday, we looked at some stretches and some balancing exercises that can help improve your strength and range of movement ability. These stretches were focusing on our chest and our neck and our upper back, and to correct that forward flexion that happens with the posture that's indicative with Parkinson's. It's been associated with the muscle stiffness that happens through the front of the body, so it tightens and pulls those muscles down. There is also extra stretching happening on the back muscles, and they become weaker and they just keep elongating, which allows you to keep stooping further and further over. But why do we need good posture? It is a question. Why does it really matter? We need it because your Parkinson's symptoms will get worse if you let it just run away from you. It's going to increase a lot of other health problems on top of your Parkinson's. So good posture is really important. Some of the things that happen with poor posture, and this is for everybody, not just those with Parkinson's, but it does happen more adversely for people with Parkinson's. It stops you or prevents you from speaking loudly and clearly. And you'll know with Parkinson's, your voice often drops down to being part of a whisper and people have trouble in hearing you. So to get that volume, you need to have good posture. Swallowing. A lot of people struggle with swallowing, and apart from leading to choking, which is highly unpleasant anyway, it can lead to aspirational pneumonia. With Parkinson's, the muscles in your neck and throat area become weaker as well, and that can cause anything that you're eating or the mucus in your mouth to go down the wrong part and into your lungs. That eventually accumulates to build into aspirational pneumonia, and that's the most serious of all the ones and the most common that leads to older people's passing. Okay, now if you've got any of these speech difficulties, I really want you to get in contact with a speech therapist, and they will have specialised exercises for your vocal cords, your throat, and all these neck muscles. So that's super important. Really don't let that one just sit in the corner and not worry about mumbling or speaking quietly. Another thing it does, the posture difficulties, is deep breathing. You can't get that deep breath, so when you need it, going up a hill, going upstairs, you can't actually get it, and it affects your balance and your gait. The center of gravity, because you're tilting forward, actually changes your center of gravity. So you're more likely to tilt too far and fall. And again, falling is another problem that happens with people with Parkinson's regularly. With the change in posture as well comes a change of perception, not just physically where the eyes have dropped and you're looking from a different actual angle, your whole perception of where your body is and what it's doing has changed. So again, you want to increase it, lift it up, make it stronger, improve that perception. And of course, the tightness in your neck and shoulders you get from having that poor posture actually will impair your field of vision. If you can only move slightly instead of really turning your head, you're going to limit your field of vision. And that's going to, again, lead to the increased possibility of injury. Okay, so, and of course, a stiff neck will lead to more headaches. The other thing that happens with that particular posture is difficulty moving the shoulders. Once they've rolled in, it's very hard to lift them without the two bones impinging around the joint. So again, we want them back and not to get those ligaments and tendons impinged in the joint. We want them to actually be open and able to move, to not lead to those injuries and the pain that you can get from shoulder injuries. I'll get that one out. Okay, other joint pain. If you're in that unnatural position and your chin's forward, your shoulders are slumped, your back's up, you're going to get pain. You're going to get it in the base of your head, back of your neck, your shoulders, the top of your back, your lower back, your hips, your knees, your toes. It's just because those joints aren't supposed to operate that way. They are supposed to be in a more open position. And this will lead to more and more pain within your body. Recently, there's been a series of experiments done by some cognitive scientists in Indiana and in the UK and Wisconsin all got together and they conducted these. And it seems that improved posture also leads to a great improvement in memory. Now, of course, that's not across all people with other illnesses, but if you can get an increase in your memory and cognitive skills from good posture, I say work on it. Okay, listing all these problems. Now, do we need to add that to being on top of Parkinson's? I don't think we do, and there's a pretty easy fix. And it just needs to be done regularly. It's not hard, it's just a regular reminder that you need. Okay, first of all, is your posture bad? We need to know that. So there's a very simple way to check it. So I'll get into a bad posture position, and if you can see me sideways, I'm leaning against the wall here. What we need to do to improve it is to lift the shoulders and flatten the shoulder blades back against the wall, pull the chin back and push into the wall, make sure your upper back and lower back are pressed, and try and get your heels of your feet as close into the wall as you possibly can. Now, from this much taller, straighter position, this is where we should be, then you're going to walk away from the wall and maintain that posture. Now, that won't come naturally. Something will distract you and you'll be back to where you normally were. But that's okay. Keep doing it. Keep going back to that wall. Find a wall in your house that you pass regularly. Put a dot on that wall, a post-it note. Spend that less than 5 seconds re-straightening your body and reminding yourself of what good posture is about. That's all, what you really need to do. You need to create this new habit. It's a really beneficial exercise. It's not just a check. It becomes an exercise done regularly. Okay. Also, here are some other ones that you can do on a chair. I'll just turn myself so you can see it sideways. So, sitting on a chair, as many of us do, you can see my chin is forward, shoulders slumped, and I'm just relaxing. For this particular exercise, you want to sit up as straight as possible as you can in that chair, elbows softly bent near your side, okay? Then you're going to take them up, just gently cradling your head. You're going to lean back into a chair, try and find a chair that has a lower back support, and then tilt yourself backwards as far as you can go, feeling comfortable and safe, of course, and release it, making sure you exhale and breathe all the way through it. So leaning back and coming through. You'll see a lot of people do this naturally straight after dinner when they've been sitting too long in a chair. And if you're in an office chair a lot of the day, again, fabulous exercise to do. There's also a shoulder retraction. Now, the shoulder retraction is in the same position, sitting up tall in the chair to start, those soft elbows. And what you're going to do is just pull your shoulder blades together behind you, stick your chest out, and repeat 10 to 20 times. And if you can do it daily, it builds on itself and gradually those muscles become stronger and will definitely help maintain your posture. Okay, now the other one we all do when we slump in a chair is the chin sticking out. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the back of your neck. A lot of headaches come from that, which is what is definitely happening with the office posture we all have. Okay, so gently, we're going to pull the chin in, and if you've got a wall behind you or you're sitting in a chair, just keep it tucked in, hold it for 5 seconds. You're doing it correctly if you get a lovely double chin, and then just relax it, still keeping tall. Then pull it in again and hold it and then relax it. And again, repeat 10 to 20 times. It can be done seated, standing against a wall, or lying down in bed, on the floor, wherever you're comfortable to do it. Well, we've done the thoracic extension. Did that first out of order. There we go. Good posture needs to become a habit. Practice it every day. It will alleviate a lot of your problems. Don't let that Parkinson's posture impact your life. There's some very simple things you can do to help change it and, decrease the effect of your Parkinson's on your life. For any further information, please feel free to contact me via our info line. We have a booklet we can send out to you with some exercises you can do at home. I'm also a Parkinson's specialist trainer, so you can contact me directly, and I train people both virtually and face-to-face, depending on location. And any questions, just fire them through. Not a problem at all. Thank you. I'll hand you back to Chris.
Thank you so much, Alyson. It was great having you guide us through that. As you said, it's quite important for everyone to remember to check their posture. I myself am guilty of not sitting correctly, so I will definitely use some of your tips and tricks to keep my own posture straight. But as I said, if there's any questions at all, please send them through. We're available to answer them as soon as you send them. You can leave a comment or contact one of the Parkinson's nurses through the info line on 1-800-644-189. And thank you so much for joining us. This is, as I said, the last Active in August live session. And thanks again, Alyson. It's been a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you.
Thanks.